Welcome back, Wagoneers, to another exciting segment of In No Particular Order. And today we're going to be doing our overall top 5 favorite beers. And I have to say, this may be the most difficult one that I've done yet. I came up with a list very, very quickly, and I'm kind of scared that I'm leaving something off. So I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go first because I'm about to say I actually have 9 beers on this list. So I have my top 5 and 4 honorable mentions.
He's breaking the rules.
He's breaking the rules.
Before we get started, though, Russell, do you want to talk about what we're about to sample before we get started?
Yeah, sure. So I was able to pick up a beer. I went to Second Line Brewery a couple of weeks ago. I picked up something called Annunciation. It is a barrel-aged imperial coffee stout with vanilla and lactose. Thought it'd be fun to try. So I got everybody a pour, and let's give it a try. 10% alcohol.
Ooh.
You're going to take advantage of it.
Oh.
Noted.
Thought that roll was already filled by that.
They are closer to each other.
Hey.
The Yellow Jackets strike again.
Yellow Jackets unite.
I'll get you guys a t-shirt.
Caribbean rum.
I wear with pride.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Madagascar vanilla beans and like Blue Mountain coffee.
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Not just any Madagascar.
I actually thought the taste would be stronger going in, but it really is not that bad.
It's more subdued than I thought.
That's
as well.
good.
Let's go.
Well, let's go around the room. How many hearts out of 5?
Maybe like a 3.9.
Russell?
I agree. I was going to say 3.9 as well.
Todd?
I was going to say 3.8.
I'll say 4. I made a face. It was because. Yeah, I was going to say 3.8.
Okay, so we're all kind of in the same range here between the 3.8 and a 4. Pretty solid score.
I mean, it's not just any vanilla beans. It's Madagascar.
You didn't. It's right. Patrick's
Patrick's
fasting.
Yes. I'll try it in a little bit.
In due time.
Before the episode's over, I'll try it. So, Todd, you have, I think you might have the most honorable mentions, so you said you want to go first, so have at it.
All of you breaking rules.
Blue Mountain coffee. Wasn't there a top 5 we did where Patrick said it was okay to have malt? Oh, it was the ain't there no more, I think.
Yeah, that was a bit more.
And he gave Coach Norris the okay, but he still went with 5. So
It's okay. I had like 17 on the cartoon.
Yeah, that's right. Russell had like a triple feature for the cartoon. But look, Travis and I are avid brewery hoppers. We consider ourselves beer connoisseurs in a way.
And the rest of us aren't connoisseurs.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're sitting here saying, "Oh, it's 4 honorable mentions. It's too many." But beer,
it's a top 5
but
list,
beer is a
Todd.
personal love of mine.
and
It's a love, Patrick.
We actually just finished recording the last episode, and Todd and Patrick managed to not have some kind of argument, but now here we go.
I don't know. Patrick was trying to bait me in with the whole hot tub yellow jacket thing.
I wasn't trying to bait you in anything. I was trying to say that there seems to be a new friendship, quote unquote, forming
You see what I'm
between
saying?
the Yellow Jackets.
It's called an
Friendship.
alliance.
He's gaslighting you.
Y'all need shirts.
I would never.
Y'all need shirts that say Hot Tub Yellow Jackets on them.
I can make that happen.
Look, I already said we have to have shirts.
Well, if we're going in the hot tub, we might as well just have bathing suits that say yellow jackets.
You shouldn't be giving me ideas because I'm just going to get this made for you, and I'm going to make you wear it. Well, maybe not make you wear it, but you know.
I already said we should have a shirt made that says, one that says wagons out. We should have one that says pumpkin spice or chips and salsa. We have plenty of catch lines on the show. We just
7 guys in a hot tub.
Yeah. We have a yellow one that says Yellow Jackets
Or
Alliance.
just says Jack
Wait.
it on it.
7 guys, 1 hot tub. That's what
it's
it
yellow.
says.
Or we just do like their a link for like their OnlyFans for the 2 Yellow Jackets. Your top 5 list, you were saying.
Top 9.
His top
Yeah,
9 list.
yeah.
So I have four honorable mentions, Patrick. First one, I'm going to go with a beer that I tried the first time at the All-Star Sports in Disney World. And now I can find it pretty much anywhere, but it's Kona Longboard. Not Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, I feel like it's got a little bit of a hoppy taste to it.
It's kind of mid.
And I feel like it's taken over as their more popular beer, but it was originally Kona Longboard. But I feel like Kona Longboard is probably one of the smoothest, most drinkable beers.
Is
I've
it
ever
dark?
had.
What kind of beer is it?
No, it's an island lager.
It is a lager? Okay.
Very smooth and refreshing. My second honorable mention, the only reason why I'm really including this beer on here is because when I first started going out to breweries and bars and trying craft beer, it was kind of my go-to. And I wouldn't, honestly, you can't really call it much of a craft beer anymore because it's kind of a real mainstream beer, but it's Blue Moon.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started going to, let's say, lagers and the Bulldog, it was kind of my go-to. It was just on a Friday night, Blue Moon on draft with an orange in it. It was just the highlight of if you had a shitty day at work, it was kind of the highlight of your night. Patrick's got a smirk on his face.
Yes.
You're not a Blue Moon fan?
No, I do have a smirk on my face.
You have smoke on your face?
It has
Smoke in
nothing
my
to do with you or your list. So stop projecting that you're a victim of that. Like I'm trying to fucking do something. Carry on.
Stop being a yellow jacket.
Fucking nozzle.
All kinds of
We're doing so well.
My third honorable mention is pretty much my go-to when I go to Epcot now. When you do the World Showcase, there used to be a beer called Alta Munster Oktoberfest that I would run to in Germany when I would get to Epcot. They don't have it anymore. So now I go the opposite way and I go to Canada. And my third honorable mention is Moosehead. Again, it's just a generic lager, but I find it just very good and tasty. Goes down easy. Refreshing on a nice hot day in Epcot. Walking around and seeing the World Showcase. Food and Wine Festival with Patrick. What y'all laughing at now? Y'all seen something?
No. Can you just keep going?
No one said a word or even laughed. We doing?
All right, my last one is Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Peppermint Porter. It's usually only available around Christmas time, winter time. As I said, we've had I had y'all try that candy cane stout from Dewclaw, and I was really excited about trying it because I love the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Peppermint Porter so much. But to me, I think everybody else at the table really loved it, but to me it was kind of disappointing because it wasn't as good as that one. So that's gonna be my last honorable mention. Number 5 is a beer that I was looking for. I was trying to get it tonight, but I kind of ran out of time before I got here, thanks to the the local pickup eBay sale that I made. But it's probably the best Irish beer that I. It's not. There's no other Irish beer on this list, so it's definitely my favorite Irish beer, and it's Killian's Irish Red. Again, kind of hitting that bar scene when I was younger. Blue Moon was kind of the first beer I started with. I think I branched out to Killian's Irish Red. They would usually have it on tap at lagers. I think sometimes at the Bulldog. But it's definitely one of my favorites. Number 4, I'm going to go with a defunct beer. And I first had this when I was attending a baseball game at Tulane. It was on tap there. It was brewed by Nola Brewing. Has a very, very cool tap handle with the Tulane Angry Wave on it, and it is Tulane Green Wave beer. It was a lager that was brewed with banana peel, so you kind of at the aftertaste kind of gave you that banana taste at the end, and I just felt like it was a nice little perfect combination. They don't make it anymore. I really miss it. I wish they'd bring it back. Because going to the games at Tulane, that's what I would look forward to because they would have it on tap at the baseball games, the football games. And now it's like I usually settle for a beat of Purple Haze, which again isn't bad, but it's not Nola Green Wave beer.
I'm surprised I didn't make your Ain't There No More list.
I didn't think about that. I was thinking about restaurants and places.
It's not really a brewery.
It's a thing though, but it's a thing that's
not there anymore.
Yeah, true.
And I'll give Patrick a shout out for this one. Obviously, number 3, I first tried at the Polynesian Resort in Disney, And I tried it at the Kona Cafe, which is a place that we frequent when we go to Disney World. And it's Maui pineapple manna wheat. They only have it. Patrick's able to find it for us at the Total Wine in Houston. It's not distributed down here, but it is just a very, very tasty beer. It's good to have when you're having that Polynesian dinner at Kona Cafe or the other one, Ohana, in the Polynesian Resort. Again, when Patrick goes to Houston and gets it for me, I usually ask him to bring back at least 2 or 3 6-packs of it because it's just so good.
Is Kona Cafe where Kona Longboard comes from?
Huh?
Is Kona Cafe where Kona Longboard comes from?
I don't think Kona Longboard's because this one's actually brewed in Hawaii. Kona Longboard, I don't think is.
I would say that beer is crushable. That would be the adjective I use to describe it. Just in general, it's crushable, and at any point in time of the year as well.
It's very easy to knock back 3 or 4 of them in one sitting.
6.
Crush a whole 6-pack. Number 2 is also ain't there no more. And this was when I did my top 5 local beer list. This was number 2 on the list. I used to have the can sitting over there, but I got rid of it because I was trying to make rum. But it is a sour that is brewed with yogurt, vanilla yogurt, and orange cream. And it is the Port Orleans Cream Thickle. And it's very much similar to the beer that you were talking about earlier that Travis brought back from Hoosier Brewing, except this one was orange cream. Again, it was, it's not. I wouldn't say it was crushable because with the yogurt in it, it was very, very heavy. So I mean, you could probably drink about 2 of them in one sitting, but they were just so damn good, man. It was like a dessert in one. It was a beer and a dessert in one. And the last one, number 1, should come to no surprise to anybody. I wish Mike was here to kind of back me up on it.
But he ain't.
I just had 2 of them.
Oh, he is here. He's in the distance.
Thank you, Mike.
I just drank 2 of them during the last recording. Again, there's no better beer for a crawfish boil. There's no better beer for a hot summer day and sitting in Travis's pool. Probably no better beer for sitting in Russell's hot tub. And it is the Urban South Lime Cucumber Goza.
That's number 1.
It's number 1.
I mean, I know you love that beer. I'm kind of shocked that it comes in as your number 1 overall. But all right, who would like to go next?
I'll go. So I have 3 honorable mentions. Some of these are local. I actually only have 1 local on my top 5. But starting with my first honorable mention, the Second Line Brewery Coffee Blonde. This beer is just ridiculously good.
I actually just had that on my list as my last honorable mention, but I decided to cut it because I thought of something else.
It was definitely one that was circulating in my mind, too.
It's just surprising at how good it is and how it's a coffee blonde. So it's a blonde ale. Most coffee beers are stouts or dark and they're heavy, and then this is just this white, wonderful, crisp.
It's more crushable.
Yeah, it's very crushable. The coffee flavor is way more coffee than any other beer I've ever had. It's just very good.
And it's not like overly filling because it's not a stout, so
it's fantastic. Second honorable mention, I'm just going to go with essentially all Abita beers, but specifically the Abita Barney. And I call this one out because I used to drink this at the brew pub like way back in the day. It is a combination of Purple Haze and Andy Gator. They actually can it now. Yeah. You used to only be able to get it at the brew pub. It was like special. It's a fun call out. My third honorable mention is the 7th Street Wheat by NOLA Brewing. I think this was on my top 5 local.
It's the lemon
brewing.
basil one.
It's a lemon basil wheat, and it's crushable. There's Homedale Inn used to have it on tap, and it's just the only beer I would get every time I would go there. All right, so starting with my number 5. The only local, and I'll quote that because I think this is in Lafayette. Where's Parish Brewing?
It's in
Lafayette.
It's in Broussard, Louisiana.
Broussard, thank you.
Which is basically Lafayette.
Yeah. It's Canebrake. This is probably my favorite beer. This is what I'm looking for when I go into a bar, or I'm not trying to get anything obscure. I'm sitting down in a restaurant, I'm instantly trying to order a Canebrake. I can drink a ton of these things. They're very flavorful. They're tasty. It's just a fantastic wheat ale. Number 4 is a beer that I actually have not had in a long time, but I used to order it by the case when I was in college. alongside my number 2 beer. But my number 4 is the Rogue Dead Guy Ale. It's very unique tasting. It's not like many other ales that I have. But it's a cool bottle. It's got a skeleton sitting on top of or it's a can sitting on top of a barrel. Good beer. We have a piglet incident.
We have another hog for the cause.
All right, so moving on to number 3. So this beer at my number 3 spot is actually very special. I've only had it one day, and I've never had it ever again, but it was such a standout that I had to have it on my list. I went on a work trip to Chicago, and wherever I was staying, there was a brewery around the corner. It was called Short Fuse Brewing, and the beer is called Dark Realm, and specifically it's the Dark Realm with added vanilla and hazelnut. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. Very, very alcoholic, and I just have a fun story that goes along with it. My boss was with me on this trip, and we were working all day. We were looking for beers, and we start drinking stuff, and I ordered this thing, and not that he purposely choose to go beer for beer with me, but he started ordering them too, and just we both got obliterated. And it was just a good work trip, getting drunk. Fantastic beer, Dark Realm. Number 2 is the other beer that I was ordering by the case back when I was in college, and this is something I look forward to every Oktoberfest because they would have it. I don't believe they carry it anymore, but a Spaten Optimator is such a good beer. I can sit and drink a shitload of those things.
I think we mentioned this last time, but lagers used to carry that.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. I know Bulldog used to. I haven't been to Bulldog in forever, but I don't know who actually carries this beer. It's a good one. Not worthy of my number 1, though.
I think we know what number 1 is.
What do you think number 1 is?
I think I know what it is.
Same one as your local one?
No, it's not local at all.
Oh, really?
It's actually another one from Oktoberfest. So I was drinking this. We all went, or a couple of us went to Bratzial the other day, German beer garden. And my number 1 beer by far, because this is I would drink this all the time if I could, is Kostritzer.
Yep,
which is a Schwartz beer. It's dark in color, it's lighter in taste. It's just really crushable to me.
Yep, that's one of the ones my go-tos at Oktoberfest.
Very, very good.
Good choices. Who wants to go next?
I'll take it. I have one honorable mention, and it's going to be it's curveball because I don't really ever talk about this beer. But I think you guys will agree with that. It's a crushable, really good beer. It is lime, cucumber, up. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. My honorable mention is a Abita Straw Gator.
Yeah.
Crushable, but relatively speaking, because it will get you fucked.
Oh, definitely will, yeah.
Lime cucumber goes is definitely crushable.
Shut up. My number 5 is from Port Orleans, and it's a seasonal. It is Nola Runs on Dunkel.
Oh, good one, yeah.
Can't go wrong.
That's
Every time it's available, you got to get it to go and at the tap room. My number 4 is probably the beer I drink the most often, even though I have since went to a very similar beer, but my number 4 is Modelo. I've been drinking a lot more Pacifico lately, which has just been a preference, but Modelo, especially from like our travel kickball days, that was the beer that we all would do shotguns of. It's very easy to drink. It's just always been a good go-to for me.
What are your thoughts on the Oro?
It's solid. I don't have any issues with it. It's a good beer. It's lighter, so I can, if I'm out in the sun maybe more or playing sports, I might have some of that, but I could go either way. I don't have a problem with that at all. My number 3, and there's a theme to my top 3. They're all from the same part of a city,
Mexico,
and a brewery. No,
Houston.
Yeah. My number 3,
Little Mexico,
is Milk the Venom from Brass Brewing. It's a double milk imperial stout. It's like 9% alcohol. It's very tasty, very good. I can't drink a ton of them because again they'll sneak up on you and catch up with you. Staying along those same lines, my number 2 is, I believe this is, I always forget which one of the twins loves this beer, but my number 2 is Bulgarian Miak.
Oh, that's me.
From Equal Parts.
Beautiful.
Another stout beer. just overall great quality, great taste, ton of flavor, 7.5% ish. It will get you where you want to be, but has all the flavor and taste to go with it. And that leads me to my number one from Brash. Super strong. The can and the artwork on the can is some of the best ever, and I talk about it all the time. It's Vulgar Display of Power from Brash. The old version was 14%. The new version is only 11.7.
Only 11.5%.
Only 11.7. But the alcohol content combined with the flavor and just all the other notes that are at play makes it just a beer. Obviously, you can't drink a ton of them, but it's a beer. If I could probably have one beer going forward almost all the time, I would take that beer. And I'm glad that it's back now and available in to go as well. But yes, Vulgar Display of Power is my number one.
Straight from the devil's asshole.
After like 3 or 4 of them, you feel like that's kind of where you are or where you've been. Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't put the peanut butter wolf on there.
Okay, drop everything on my list down. Put Peanut Butter Wolf number 3, then Milk the Venom, then Modelo, and then Nolan Zondonko number 4. And yeah, sorry. Thank you for correcting me on that.
I also had one of those moments. I completely forgot one of my favorite beers.
Say it.
Ghost in the
That's
Machine.
what I thought number one would be.
It's winning you a bracket right now. I mean, come on.
That's what I thought you were going to say is number one.
Yeah, the beer is insanely good.
I guess I'll go. Mine are usually, my list is a mixture of things that I frequent and then some that I just enjoy on different times a year. First, I'm going to start with Old Heineken. I don't know if there was a difference. I noticed like older Heineken, like back in the day, tasted different to me. And like in recent years, maybe my palate changed, probably. But like wasn't there like a shift in brewing?
All I can say is like Heineken was the first beer that Todd and I started with,
and that it did it taste different? I mean, like
I
maybe
used to
we
like
just
it.
were. I don't like it now.
I am right there with you because that's on like my honorable mention list because I remember you brought Heineken to my house one time. And it's like we drank like 6 Heinekens a piece, and we're like, I didn't remember Heineken being this good.
Yeah, I know.
And we like we crushed some Heineken.
Right.
that
so
night.
very crushable.
Crushing some Heine.
And yeah,
We crushed some Heine that night. Yeah.
And this was back in the day in like the early 2000s when I used to Heineken was my go-to. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Elysian Space Dust.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that'd be number one.
It's not number one, believe it or not. Number 3 is Modelo, which I'm drinking tonight. I've kind of grown to appreciate it more. I mean, and I don't know. It's just like you can drink a shitload of them.
Yeah.
And they're great.
It's a good tasting, quick beer.
The other,
That was the leg of the table.
the leg of the
It's
table.
that damn earthquake.
Is that
in-
a-
Earthquake
was that a
and-
UFO?
Bangkok.
Was that your third leg?
My second,
That was his Bangkok.
My third leg is not that long.
But it is mighty.
That was his Bangkok.
that was his It's gonna be your
Hey, yo.
My second one is 3 Day Weekend by NOLA Brewing. I really love that beer. And it's like every time it comes out in like the spring, this time of year, like I had it for the first time at NOLA Brewing. It's NOLA, right?
No, it's a Port Orleans.
Port Orleans. God. Yeah.
So Biff, I have a couple of those in my kegerator you can have.
Yeah.
Heather used to like it, and then all of a sudden she doesn't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, she.
Yeah.
Well,
I couldn't. I always wanted to call it NOLA, but yeah, it's Port Orleans.
Yeah.
And then my number one is Juicifer. I love Juicifer in the spring and summer when it's hot. It's just like refreshing orange juice, and I like would get them at different clubs, and they're like $9 a freaking drink.
$9 beer night.
Yeah. Like I got 3 drinks and like I got my tab back's like $23.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my list. Mostly just kind of my go-to favorites.
Yeah, Juicifer is not on my list, but it could be because I'm not a huge IPA fan, but because it's got that flavor in there, is that it's not just straight hops. And I saw it at Rouse's one time. They had a Juicifer cheese. And I had to. It was a block of cheese
How was that?
that was infused with Juicifer, and it's like, I hate saying I ate the whole block of it in like 2 sittings. It's like just cutting slices and eating it just because it was like, oh wow, trying to get, taste the flavor and everything. And it was, some Jucifer cheese.
That sounds wonderful.
It was randomly at Rouse's, in that big ass bin they have of cheese, and it had the Jucifer logo on it. So, so anyway, am I the only one that hasn't gone yet?
Travis,
go ahead.
Travis.
I was going to say it's good transition because I talked about me and Biff drinking Heineken, so I deleted it off my list. But Heineken was an honorable mention. This is kind of a twofer just to get I know it's say domestics. One of them is not domestic technically, but it's common beers that everyone drinks is Miller Lite and then Dos Equis, because Dos Equis has to be like the go-to at walk-ons or like one I can drink with a meal or a nice juicy burger.
Miller Lite?
But yeah, Miller Lite.
I do like Dos Equis.
Miller Lite over Bud Light, Coors Light,
Sure.
Michelob Ultra. If I have to drink it, of course. If I have to drink basically a bin of beer, even Paradise Park, it's like, oh, there's a Miller Lite. I go for that over all of those.
Miller Lite was the beer of choice for Nova Junction. So
You gotta go with the PBR or the Miller High Life.
Well, I'm talking about when the options are limited. It's
So just Bud, Miller, and Coors.
Yeah, over Bud, Miller, and Coors, but even like Paradise Park, it's like, no, give me the Miller. Just, I don't know, I'm sick of Paradise Park.
It's because it's trash.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not God.
Probably the most overrated beer.
yeah, it's not
Paradise. I mean, because they just sell themselves as a craft, and it's really not.
I find that I like the Paradise Park 100s when they were the 100 calorie, and they rebranded now. It's just Paradise Park Light, and I feel like it tastes different. I don't know. I don't like it as much as I used to. But I don't know. Go figure. So I think the only honorable mention of my list is, believe it or not, the lime cucumber goza.
That's an honorable?
It is, because I don't drink it as much.
number one.
I don't drink it as much as I used to. I still like it from time to time, but when I see it, I'm just like, I want to try something else. I'm just kind of like, I don't hate it, but it's not a go-to. It's like it was at one time, but I don't know.
It's a goza.
Yeah, goza.
Not a go-to.
It's a goza, not a go-to.
Excellent choice, Sean.
Yeah.
It's still on his list, though.
But no, I mean, going back to their birthday at that time, I was on the goza lime cucumber train.
I remember.
I think there's a picture of me holding it up in the background with
Y'all were all sucking it off. Yeah, I remember. Sucking it off and sucking it down.
Suck it long and suck it hard.
And look, I'm not embarrassed to admit it.
So, yeah.
God was sucking the cucumber.
So this list overall, if I put more thought into it, this is going to be one of those where later on I think of other ones. I'm like, oh, I should have put that on the list. But anyway, just, right now, what the best I could do is number 4 has to be Elysian Space Dust, because that's when at Carrollton Station, go see Biff play, we'd get a freaking Elysian Space Dust on draft, and it was like, it was like kick off the night,
Yeah.
perfect. I don't know. It's like certain beers like that hit different on draft. Like the bottle is definitely not the same, and they're strong as shit too. It's like 8.2%. So let's see, number 4. I'm trying to count the list here. Number 4. I don't remember my local list, so I can't go off of that. But closing I meant to open it. And there's a koozie around it, but number 4 is going to be Wendy Peppercorn from Rally Cap.
Good choice.
Because I don't remember if I mentioned this one on my local beers, but golden milk stout with coffee and vanilla. And I'm not typically a huge stout fan first. Russell wants me to spit in a cup for him. No. But this is one that I've bought several times, and it was kind of like, to make this list, it was kind of like, all right, what do I have with me? What if I bought multiple times? So it's got to be Wendy Peppercorn.
Russell wants a sample. I think he said he's never had it before.
Yeah.
He wants to try it.
Yes, I will share it with you.
He wants some of that Wendy Peppercorn.
Yeah, well, since you gave me some of your enunciation, I'll give you some Wendy Peppercorn.
It's a fair treat.
I'll give you my stout.
I can't fix that.
There's not enough beeps to go in to fix that.
Speaking of the Windy Peppercorn, though, I think one that I could have had on my list that I didn't even think about was the Orange LeGrand by Rally Cap.
So now Todd has made a top 10.
Well, if I include
Don't even say
the
11.
Coffee Blonde from Second Line.
I was
That'd be
debating on
11.
opening this because I am getting a little tipsy, and I do have a freaking marathon of drinking tomorrow to get to.
By the way, if y'all haven't been to Rally Cap, like the place is super laid back.
I haven't
people,
yet, no.
People behind the bar are extremely nice.
When
They
we
have
going?
plenty of board games. Really cool place.
Thank you, Sean.
Really cool baseball theme to it,
We love ourselves some Rally Cap brewing. Shout out to Rally Cap.
Oh yeah, I need to go there. There's a bunch of them. I mean, I like the Big Red Machine, and what's the one they have an oatmeal stout, Fail T-shirt company,
It's a great one.
and even Ambush. Ambush is good too.
Ambush is delicious.
Yeah, that's their amber. Huh? Yeah.
So the funny thing is, Todd and I went to the Marucci World Series, and they had big cans of kind of the Coors and Miller and whatnot, but they did have the little cans of Ambush, and that's what I chose to drink at the
Poorhouse on Jefferson Highway. They do, I think, a happy hour for teachers like every Friday right after work, and they actually have it on tap there.
Very nice.
Wrong Iron had it for a bit, and I was getting a lot.
Yeah.
Which one?
Ambush.
Oh,
Ambush,
Ambush. Yeah.
Not to derail. We know some former owners of the Poorhouse. We have just mutual friends. We'll talk about it off air, but
All right.
Colin just got engaged actually. Apparently.
Waste of Wagons Uncovered.
I do not want to do an interview
Hey.
of her or him. Sorry.
Do you think they listen to the pod?
Hopefully not.
I can't say the lime cucumber goza on draft though is very good. I remember first time seeing that was at what was that place? The Battlefield that's out there in Chalmette. I went with Biff and Dylan to see some show there. I think it was the first time I saw this band. She Might Be a Beast. They opened up for fucking Flaw or somebody.
Lime Cucumber Goes is good.
And
On
yeah,
draft
it
in a
definitely
can.
it definitely hits different. I mean, it's
Out
not
of
on
a
my
vessel.
list, but even at the harbor, if you get Holy Roller on draft is really good too. Out of cans, no, it's very mid. So anyway, moving on. So number 3 on my list, I'm holding it, and I have to take it out the fucking koozie so y'all can see what it is. It's Shiner Ruby Redbird.
Nice. So the grapefruit.
Yep, and it's it's amazing that I used to not like it very much, but then I got one of those variety packs that had like the 2 cans apiece in it, and I tried it again, and it was like, oh, this is pretty good. And I was more surprised at how light it is. I mean, it's only 85 calories, like low carb, all that kind of shit, and it's easy to drink. It's it's good for just, it's not refreshing, whatever. It's kind of like the lime cucumber goza. It's like, it's not a domestic beer that tastes like you're drinking pea water, but it's
I don't think I've had a bad grapefruit beer. Like, I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
I
it's
think most
got-
of the
yeah.
grapefruits that come out are really good. But
Holy Roller's a good one too.
it's got ginger in it too. It's brewed with ruby red, grapefruit, and ginger. Natural flavors added, whatever.
And the Wasted Wagon podcast has shouted out Shiner for many beers, and
Mhm.
you're gonna hear them come up on mine. So we love ourselves some Shiner.
I think of road trips in order.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would pick them over the Shiner Prickly Pear because the Prickly Pear is seasonal. I do like that one. I drank one of those tonight. But yeah, the Ruby Redbird is a go-to. And then the top 2 shouldn't be any surprise to y'all because number 2, I just had one the other day for the first time in a while. Has to be Franziskaner,
Oh, I thought that would be one.
the German beer that I don't even remember where I discovered this beer. It's a Hefeweizen.
Was it Oktoberfest maybe?
I mean, possibly it's.
Well, Sean got one I brought y'all the other day. So
Yeah, that was tough though because that beer is very heavy. It's like a Blue Moon. It's high in carbs. It's hard to have that with a meal, but it's like, well, I'm at
especially when we get the schnitzel.
that brought
Some
y'all.
extra schnitzel.
Oh yeah, I got
The girthy schnitzel.
Schnitz on my nitzel.
I got the brats on the side too. I got
Braten schnitzel.
yeah. Needless to say, I didn't eat dinner that night. I had a lot of a lot of food in me.
He had the meat sweats.
Pretty much. I think all I had the rest of the day is I met up with Sarah and the kids at Lafreniere and had a snowball. That's about the only thing I had from Costanza's. I think the only thing I had the rest of the day. And number 1 has to be the defunct Covington Strawberry.
Oh,
Oh,
Used to be Heinebrau strawberry. I used to look forward to getting it at, well, the Bulldog, but mostly Liuz's would have it on the frosty mugs, and you could get Heinebrau strawberry. And like, I'd go there with my parents, just random Friday night, and it's like, oh, I have to get that big ass frosty mug of Heinebrau strawberry. And then, when it was put in bottles, they had like the puree at the bottom. It had instructions on the side. You're supposed to like tip the bottle over and have it mix and shit like that before you opened it and all this, and drink like 3/4 of the way, and you swirl it to make sure all the stuff doesn't settle at the bottom. Yeah,
It was delicious. It was like a dessert in a glass. It was it was like breakfast in a glass.
kind of like cream thickle.
I can't believe that brewery. I think they went out. They closed in like 2019. That they didn't sell that recipe to somebody because they feel like they could have made it.
It was good. Patrick, have you ever had it?
I have not.
Oh, it was good.
Sounds like you missed out.
Apparently so.
I remember y'all's Uncle Steve used to like
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he loved it as much as I did.
Well, he was a frequenter. Probably still is if I uses. So.
Liuz's is fantastic. Getting one of those frosted mugs
By the track.
Yeah, like he was by the track.
It like ices over on top.
Oh,
My
yeah.
coworkers calls it a frosted nipple.
Excellent red beans, by the way.
Oh yeah, very good.
Let's go to Liuz's.
Say less.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Wasted wagons out uses
You want
uncovered with.
we should just go tomorrow night after the interview. Just like, do the interview with some red beans.
9 o'clock at night.
Jesus, yeah.
Sold.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this top 5 favorite beers of all time. I'm going to go ahead and, where we started our last episode, we paid homage to our late father. I'm going to say my number one honorable mention. I have 3
You
of
could
them.
have Lowenbrow on that. What?
No Lowenbrow, but I remember the first time I asked my dad. He said he did a beer tasting with a bunch of his friends, and it was a blind tasting. So I know like we're talking about potentially doing a Mexican beer blind tasting. And he said that the overall winner of that blind tasting, which he was surprised by because he didn't think he would like it, was actually Sam Adams Boston Lager. And Todd mentioned when he started, so he started, I'll end. Todd and I consider ourselves kind of beer connoisseurs at this point. And what actually started our love for the travel and the beers and going to local breweries was Boston and going to Sam Adams Brewery. And that has hands down been the best brewery experience. Sam Adams Boston Lager is going to come in at my first honorable mention. It's another one of my go-tos, like if you're at the grocery and, one that's carried year-round, Sam Adams Boston Lager.
I haven't had it in a while, but I used to love the cherry wheat.
That's good, too. But the Boston Lager is going to be my first honorable mention.
I almost had Sam Adams Cream Stout on my list. That's also defunct. I don't think they make that anymore.
Number 12.
But it was phenomenal. Probably my favorite stout. Just saying.
All right, I'm giving Todd shit, but I actually had to cut off the second line Coffee Blonde. It's a very good beer. I'm surprised that Russell didn't mention this one. Number 7, second honorable mention, I guess we'll call it. Most of us took the trip to St. Louis this summer, and we visited 3 breweries while we were there.
Ooh.
But there was one beer of the 3 breweries that frickin' stood out, and it is from the 3rd brewery we went to, Heavy Riff Love Gun. Frickin' delicious.
ridiculously good.
I mean, of all the breweries we've traveled to, there was not a single one that stood out to make my list. But Heavy Riff Love Gun is a vanilla cream ale, very good.
Yes.
If you're ever in the St. Louis area, go grab yourself some. If you can order it online, grab yourself some. Very delicious beer.
I smuggled Russell's Love Gun home in my suitcase.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and look, we sampled it on one of the pods after y'all brought it home. Very good. I mean, it's rare that I would say, one of the ones we traveled around the country for would be on here, but that was just such a good beer. I remember sampling it at the brewery and having a glass, and I was like, man, it's a good beer.
Heavy Riff was the shit.
I would say that Four Hands, that chocolate milk stout, that's the one that I bought. I brought home 2 4-packs of.
Mm-hmm.
If I could get that on a regular basis, it would be on my top.
I mean, all 3 of those breweries were top notch between Four Hands, Heavy Riff, and Urban Chestnut. But the most memorable beer of that trip for me was the Heavy Riff Love Gun. And
I had one of those chocolate milk stouts out at the pool at Green Acres. And like, what the fuck are you drinking? Is that chocolate milk? I was like, close, yeah.
I'm gonna roll over and die on the side of the pool.
Was Four Hands the second one we went to?
Four Hands was second.
So they had that lemon one that was really good too.
Yep.
Yeah. Urban Chestnut was the first, and Heavy Riff was the third. But yeah, Love Gun, of all the breweries we went to traveling, that beer has stood out. It's the only one from traveling beer that stood out. Last honorable mention, Sean already talked about it. Our love for the Rally Cap Brewing out in Baton Rouge. He mentioned it as one of his top 5. It's going to be my last honorable mention. This is the Windy Peppercorn, which Sean's drinking right now. It's a very good vanilla cream ale. Coffee, has a little coffee taste to it. Very good. It's available at most places in Louisiana, so if you haven't had it yet, please go get yourself some. If you haven't visited Rally Cap Brewing, we already shouted them out. Very cool, laid-back atmosphere. Plenty of good beers on tap. Go do yourself a favor and visit Rally Cap Brewing out in Baton Rouge.
Go to Agile as well.
Still haven't been to Tin Roof. But Agile's the shit.
I think Tin Roof closed.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was about to say Tin Roof can suck a dick. I guess they really did.
They closed. But much along like Patrick said, like Rally Cap Brewing, Agile Brewing, both have a very laid back atmosphere, nice sized beer menu, games to play for the kids, really good atmosphere. Go do yourself a visit if you're in Louisiana. Go visit some of our local breweries. But last honorable mention is Windy Peppercorn. It's the vanilla coffee ale. Going into the top 5, this is in my top 5s are mostly ones that I can pick up at the grocery. One of them is seasonal, but the rest, the other 4 are ones that I can pick up year round. They've been favorites of mine for a long time. 5th one comes from the Houston area, and it's right outside of the Astros Stadium. St. Arnold's Brewing, fancy lawnmower, Kolsch beer, very delicious, sold year round. It's a quick beer that you can grab whenever you need to. Easy drink, non-filling.
That one would definitely be on my list. I didn't think of it. So.
St. Arnold's fancy lawnmower. If you haven't tried it, go grab yourself a 6-pack of it. It's sold at pretty much every grocery store in the area. St. Arnold's Brewing is a spectacle. If you go over there, the place is beautiful, and they've really expanded since the last time I've went. Number 4, this was actually my number 1 on my local beer, and it's out probably in my favorite brewery in Louisiana, and that is Catahoula Common from Gnarly Barley Brewing out in Hammond. We talked about what would be your favorite beer to drink at a crawfish boil, what was my favorite local beer. It's a light beer, it's easy to drink, great taste to it, a couple of cool can designs throughout the year. But number 4 comes in Catahoula Common from Gnarly Barley Brewing. Number 3 is my seasonal. This is one where when it comes out, I make sure I stockpile it when it's available in the grocery because it's only for a month or two. And if you head out to the New Orleans Oktoberfest, it's available out there too. But Paul Ann or Oktoberfest is my number 3 favorite beer. That means delicious. I mean, I love Oktoberfest beers in general. I love the Marzens, but the Paul Ann stands out to me as my number 1. And as far as, like I said, if it's available at Rouse's, I usually buy like 3 packs at a time because I know it's only a short term that I have it. My wife loves it as well, so during the month of October, we keep it stocked at our house. But it's a very easy drink, very tasty. So that'll come in at my number 3. My number 1 and 2 are just kind of OGs that have been around for a long time and have really started my alcoholism.
PBR.
Number 2 is a unique story. So
PBR.
No, I love PBR, but PBR didn't make my list. It's
Yep.
like PBR is like kind of like when you mentioned Miller Lite. PBR is kind of like my Miller Lite. It's my if I'm going to be drinking heavy.
It's like sex in a canoe. Fucking near water.
I'm going to buy a cheap kind of domestic almost type beer that I can buy plenty of and drink out by the pool. That's my PBR. But PBR didn't make my top 10 or did. Oh, sorry, my top 5. All right, so my top 8.
But would it be in your top 12?
Top 15?
No, because it just doesn't have the taste that other beers have.
Stop it.
All right, so yeah, that's a separate tangent. All right, so my number two beer was actually a pleasant surprise to me. I remember Todd and I used to work at LSU Health Sciences Center back when we were in college and graduate school, and there was a Christmas party we went to. It was in the downtown area. It was at a hotel downtown, and the beers that they had were Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Abita Amber, and Amstel Light. And I said, okay, well, I'm not going to drink any of the main domestics here, and I don't really like Abita Amber that much, so I'm going to go ahead and give Amstel Light a try. Amstel Light, tried it. I was hooked.
It's a good one.
I knew that was going to be on your list.
Comes in at number 2. And it's a quick, and like 12 packs are available around groceries in Louisiana. I love it. It goes down easy. It's a light beer that has taste. Really do like it.
Abita Amber overrated, just saying.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I passed. And then my number 1. So we love ourselves some Shiner Bock beer on this, or Shiner beer. So release my number 1. Hold on, don't hit the button yet. We love ourselves some Shiner beer on the Wasted Wagons podcast. First time I ever went to the Bulldog on Canal, and you see all those taps. And I'm trying to pick out which beer that I'm really going to try for the first time going there. And then you see this nice ram head tap handle. You're like, oh, look, I don't even know what kind of beer that is, but it's got a cool tap handle, so I'm going to try it. Shiner Bock was the first beer I tried at the Bulldog and Canal, and I've been trying it ever since. Get it plenty. I still have some at home right now.
You have your own ram's head.
I do. I have the tap handle at my own house on my own kegerator. Shiner Bock beer comes as my number 1. It is delicious. You can drink it anytime. It's available at all the groceries here in Louisiana. I love me some Shiner Bock.
Real quick, before we close, that was actually my first non-domestic. I mean, it's domestic, but like like Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever. And they're like the bartender's like, get something else. Try this one. And it was a Shiner Bock. I was hooked early on in my drinking.
Non-tea water beer.
Yeah.
Well, truth be told, like our at Grace King, our faculty Christmas parties were at Shamrocks over on Carrollton, and Bob
boy.
and I, Biff's dad, would crush Shiner Bock at
My
the
dad
Christmas
crushes
party.
pretty much everything. It
That
can
place
be
is-
straight Jim Beam. It can be
Would your dad's top 2 be Miller High Life and Busch Light?
Shamrock's supposed to come back because it closed down for a while.
Yeah, it was like
Comes
people
back without the
weren't people
crown.
getting killed there. I mean,
No, they didn't have licensing, and they were serving all kinds of stuff they shouldn't have.
They
been.
did serve, or they did show Wildcat shows though. So
the X-rated ones too, huh?
yeah.
Allegedly.
They need to host
They
a
weren't
Wildcat
really
shows.
X-rated.
they just had cursing
Just ain't cursing. They're still
and PJ Hawks.
I was just thinking about this. Like,
After Dark.
Cursing and PJ Hawks.
Yellow Jackets after dark.
I'm gonna have to go buy an Amstel Light now because I don't think I've ever had one.
Really?
It's
They're
very
pretty good.
It's
I
been a
think
long
good.
time.
I mean, obviously I've seen them in stores. I just have never thought to
Yeah.
try one.
I tell you what, y'all don't worry about it. I'll buy a 12 pack.
That's another one like
Bring it to the next spot.
They're good.
one that's like Amstel is Keystone. It's like that. It's
Don't
existed.
insult
It's,
Amstel like
no, I'm just
not-
saying it's
It
exists.
exists.
It's existed forever, and it's like somebody's drinking this shit. Obviously, 'cause-
No, but I wouldn't put Keystone and Amstel in the same
Well, I mean,
bracket.
I used to drink a lot of Keystone, but yeah, no, not in the
Not
same.
in the same
I don't
bracket.
know. Would you consider Rolling Rock up there with?
Oh, God.
there you go.
Like Dylan brings that. It's like,
Dylan
take
brought
it
that
with you.
shit to
Take it
us.
with you.
Let me just tell you, Biff, your brother has ruined Rolling Rock for me. He brought a case of it to Todd's New Year's Eve party.
It was
And
probably
it-
$9.99.
If you never had Rolling Rock, it tastes like beer mixed with Robitussin.
And Todd was like, I'm not drinking that. So I was like, okay, I'll take it home. Literally, every time I drank, I would drink like 3 or 4 other beers and then mix one of those in the middle just to get rid of them.
Oh God,
What's better, Busch Light or Rolling Rock?
Bush,
Bush Light.
100%.
Probably Bush.
Wow.
I've recently
Rolling
started
Rock
drinking
is
Bush again.
horrible.
I haven't had Bush in a while, but Rolling Rock's not hard to beat.
Rolling Rock's not. Yeah.
Well, I had some kind of Bush recently.
And on that note,
Go on.
nope, wagons out.
Wagons out.
Wagons out.
Wagons out.